What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over how I am planning on trading the Palantir earnings announcement coming out on Tuesday and how to trade the share lockup period expiring a couple of days after they report their earnings. So if you guys enjoy the information and the strategies that I provide for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So if we go over and take a look at the chart of Palantir, we can see that over the last 3 months, it has been on an absolute moon mission. There's been a couple of rocky periods that we've seen, but overall, there has been an uptrend. The stock has basically doubled since November, and now it is time for Palantir to report its most important earnings since it has IPO'd. We really don't have a lot of past data on Palantir to really determine as investors what we can expect from this earnings. The only thing that we really know is some of the big contracts that Palantir has signed. So we know that in Q4 of 2020, Palantir got another Army Vantage contract. It was a $100+ million deal. They also got a contract with the UK's NHS. They also received a couple of other smaller contracts throughout 2021, but we are not really going to be focusing on those in this video because we are looking at Palantir's quarter for 2020 and the entire year of 2020. So that's what they're going to be reporting. They're going to give the year revenue and earnings per share, and they're going to be giving the Q4 numbers. So let's get into some of the strategies that I am looking at getting into for Palantir and some of the strategies that you guys can use to actually make some money through options after Palantir reports its earnings. So let's go over and take a look at the options chain for Palantir. This is going to be the February 19th expiration date. And if you look at the implied volatility on this options chain, it's insane. It's over 150%, even over 170% on most of these contracts. Now, once Palantir reports, this implied volatility number will go down. So let's go over one scenario of Palantir reporting their earnings and how you can play it. And then we'll get into some of the strategies about the lockup later. So let's just say that you own a significant amount of Palantir shares. So in order to do this strategy, you need to own at least 100 shares of Palantir because we are going to be selling a covered call. So essentially what that means is you are selling the right to somebody else to purchase your shares at a certain price by a specified date. So when you sell a call, you are actually obligated to sell your shares. So let's say Palantir blows earnings out of the water, but we also have the share lockup period that is going to expire towards the end of the week. So let's say Palantir goes to 40. So all of these options on the options chain are going to massively shoot up in value, and you will have to pay a significant premium to get into any of these weekly contracts. You can actually go out to the next week as well. But when a stock rockets up really quick, that is sometimes the perfect time to sell a covered call. So if we take a look at some of these calls, let's just say we are going to sell the 35.5. Let's just say Palantir rockets up. And this is about the amount that we would collect per contract that we sold. So you would be collecting, let's say, between $100 to $175 on any of these strikes. Now, you have to imagine that the price of the stock has moved up a significant amount, and we are actually going to be selling these contracts down here. But for the purposes of this video, I want to just show you guys how much money you could possibly be collecting per contract that you sold. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, just drop a comment down below on this video and I will clear up any concerns that you have. I also have an options trading video where we go over cash secured puts and covered calls. So now if Palantir stock rockets up and you actually don't have a position in Palantir, or you do have a position in Palantir and you want to kind of buy some more shares at a lower price, you can sell some cash secured puts. Now you can do this strategy if Palantir rockets up or if it goes down. If Palantir goes down, the premiums on a lot of these contracts will shoot up, and you will be able to sell these contracts for more money than you would usually be able to do. If Palantir stock rockets up, you would be able to sell some of these contracts out here. You would collect a lower premium, but you would still own the right to buy Palantir shares at a lower price than it would be currently trading at. So the two different strategies that we just went over involve selling options against either cash in your account where you put up as collateral or the 100 shares or more of Palantir that you already own. So let's go over a scenario of actually my strategies for if I want to buy any Palantir options. So buying options usually gives you a higher profit potential, but a lower probability of actually profiting. So if we take a look over at the calls, if Palantir absolutely misses their earnings and the share lockup period expires at the end of the week, and we see a lot of selling pressure for Palantir, what I am thinking about doing is I'm going to be buying some leaps on Palantir. So I'm probably going to be going for these January 2022 contracts, and we can see that these are very expensive. But if Palantir falls a lot on earnings, these contracts will become a lot less expensive. The reason why you would want to buy some of these contracts that have a lot of time on them is because theta, the time decay Greek that affects option premiums, is not going to affect you that much in the short term. And you can see the implied volatility is a lot lower. You can also see that the open interest on some of these contracts is still pretty high. And $700 for the Palantir 50s that are for next January, those aren't too expensive. I mean, they are pretty expensive when you take a look at options in general. And if these were to go in the money, they would be a little bit under a double. But if you were to get some of these contracts cheap, if Palantir fell a lot after earnings, that would be a steal because Palantir, in my opinion, is an amazing company long term, and I could see them going all the way up to 60 by the end of this year. Now, going back to that covered call strategy, this isn't just something that you can use for earnings. If you have a large position in Palantir and you want to make some income off of the position that you have, you can sell these covered calls anytime that you want. Just make sure you go out far enough so that you don't get your calls assigned and you actually have to sell the shares that you own. Now, nothing I say is financial advice. These videos are for educational purposes only. I just want you guys to know all of the options that are out there and how to trade options and make some more money to actually supplement your long-term portfolio investing. Now, Palantir also has some pretty interesting rumors out right now. There are some rumors that Palantir is going to be partnering up with AT&T. There are also rumors that they have already partnered with AT&T. When you look at all of the information that I provided in my last video, I think that it is a 50-50 chance that Palantir and AT&T either already have a working business relationship or they are planning on announcing a relationship in the future. So if you guys want to see more information on that, make sure you go check out my last Palantir video. But in general, I think that Palantir is going to report a good earnings announcement. They have been so influential in helping out with the pandemic. They've gotten multi-million dollar contracts from the government over the past couple of months. We've seen them be super influential. Demo Day, in my opinion, was a massive hit. They keep coming out with new contracts every single week, it seems like. And I just think that this company is going to be a great long-term investment over a 10-year investment horizon period. So that is going to be it for this update on Palantir and how to trade Palantir before and after their lockup period and after they announce their earnings. So if you guys enjoyed the information that I provided in this video, please go down and hit that like button. It really helps me out a lot. It helps me grow out on this algorithm. It costs you nothing to do it, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could go hit that button. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a great long weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.